Returning to the cathedral, where the amygdala brings you to the lecture building, the door straight ahead leads to an expanded Yahar'gul after the defeat of Rom. Run through, avoiding the Great One's grasp, and follow the path to the lamp up ahead. In this area, there are several enemies from earlier parts of the game coated with a type of cursed blood which respawns them upon death. Whereas the Bellringer women in Nightmare Frontier summon other players into your world, the ones found in this stage respawn the native enemies. This means the priority for each segment of Yahar'gul will be to find and kill each Bellringer woman so that the enemies die permanently. Rush under the Great One up ahead and pass the Huntsman into the building. Keep left and take the stairs up to the raised platform. The first Bellringer woman is on the far side, and taking her out allows for the Huntsman from earlier to be killed. While you're here, open the barred door in the center of this raised platform and enter the cell to claim a gemstone that adds bolt damage. Leave the cell and step through the door on the left to leave the building. Down the spiral stairs, there's a locked door and a hole in the wall right beside it. The door becomes a shortcut, but to activate it, we'll have to open it from the other side. So step through the hole in the wall and ready your gun. There's a respawning brick troll inside, which we know are most easily dispatched through parries. Once it's slain, the countdown begins on when a new one will be summoned in its place, so keep moving down the hall, turning right at the corner. Pick up the upgraded air rune from the corpse in the chair at the far end. The way to proceed is through the barred door at the bend in the hallway, so backtrack just a few steps and open it. The room we're in now has a wheelchair hunter with a devastating rifle at the far end of the room, who guards this building's Bellringer woman. Leg it across and take them both out. Also, don't forget to open the shortcut door, which is on this side of the room. If you were to die at this point, having this door open makes killing the Bellringer much easier. Now take a right through the door on the lower floor, and leave this building, taking the ascending stairs up ahead. In this next segment, a Great One fires a laser at you while you're swarmed by a pack of respawning graveyard hags. So rather than tackle this right now, go down the rightmost stairs and drop down through the gap in the railing to reach a secret area that holds the next Bellringer woman. There's a brick troll just inside and on the right. Don't let it get the jump on you. Kill the Bellringer woman so the creature doesn't respawn, then drop down through another gap in the wall, into the cell on the floor below. This corpse holds the upper cathedral key, which is a mandatory item we'll need to enter the area featured in the next video. Open the gate exiting the cell and kill the brick troll guarding the chest up ahead, but in the process take notice of the wheelchair huntsman on the left. In the chest, Tiny to Nitrous can be obtained, an arcane item that fires a bolt of lightning toward the target. Leave the building through the door to the outside, and climb the stairs until you return to the graveyard hags from earlier. Now that the Bellringer woman is dead, these hags can be killed permanently. Pressing forward, the Great One attached to the building will attempt to fire a laser at you. The beam always follows the same path, and only the explosions that follow behind inflict damage. Wait for an opening, and rush into the building ahead. Light the lamp in this room. Through the door on the left, a scurrying beast carrying bloodstone chunks tries to escape. This is the way forward anyway, so follow it outside and claim the kill. Climb the small set of stairs into this courtyard of sorts, and drop off the end, killing the huntsman with a dropping attack. Then drop down again, killing the two dogs. These enemies respawn, so don't stop now. Hug the wall to the left of the staircase and kill the Bellringer woman hiding in the corner. Taking her out will make the huntsman and brick troll to the right stagger for a bit. So use this to your advantage and kill as many as you can, or use the time to retreat back up the stairs and pull the three one at a time. After killing all three, press onward, and be ready to kill a fourth huntsman hiding behind a column on the left, who happens to be guarding 8 blood vials. Opening the door ahead puts you at the Hypogean jail lamp, the one we used the first time we came to Yahar'gul, but unfortunately, the lamp is now broken and cannot be used. If you follow the stairs down to the lower floor, you'll see a hunter standing in the center of the room. There are actually 3 found in this building. The second hides behind him, and the third lies on the rightmost staircase leading down. It really isn't possible to get the attention of just one of these hunters, but it is possible to crowd control them. Once you have some hunters following you, run back to the unbroken lamp from earlier, making sure to keep their attention as you do so. This doorway isn't exactly a leash point for them, but they do seem to have difficulty entering the building, so it can separate hunters long enough for you to defeat them one-on-one. This hunter uses the Beast Claw and attacks rapidly. This one uses the Threaded Cane, Rosmarinus, and Tiny Tonitrus. And the one you will probably be least likely to have follow you is the Cannon and Rifle Spear hunter, who hides in the deepest part of the room in Hypogean Jail. But since these hunters don't respawn, returning to fight him in Hypogean Jail after the fact is still a sound strategy. It's also worth mentioning that the lower floors of Hypogean Jail, down the spiral stairs, have also changed. On the lowest floor, toward the corner where Adela the Nun hides on your first arrival, you'll encounter the Scourge Beast, a reskinned version of the Lycanthropes from the beginning of the game. Examine the corpse of the Snatcher, where Adela was hiding before, to pick up 2 bloodstone chunks. Back up 1 set of spiral stairs, and through the centermost door that leads to Parl's boss room, kill the Scourge Beast and loot another Snatcher's body just before Parl's cavern for another 2 chunks. Back to the room where the 3 hunters were found, step outside and hang left, heading up the stairs. Follow the path along the right, past the Rifle Huntsman. Up ahead, a Bellringer woman can be killed to mortalize the few huntsmen found in this area. But more importantly, heading back a little and taking a right brings you to an elevator that is only accessible in the second trip to Yahar'gul. Once reaching the top, kill the huntsman in this courtyard and loot the iron Yahar'gul helm from the corpse leaning against the center marker. The stairs lead back up to the first lamp of the area, which will be one we use when fighting the boss. Return to the Hunter's Dream to replenish your items and spend your echoes if you wish, then descend the stairs and use the elevator once more, this time rolling off the gap in the railing as it goes down to reach a secret area on a roof. Take out the 2 dogs that rush towards you and take notice of the bath that can be interacted with in the nearby house. Before activating it, descend the stairs and take out the Scurrying Beast. At the bottom of the stairs, a Scourge Beast guards a final bloodstone chunk. Go ahead and inspect the bath now. This teleports you to a second bath in another section of the Unseen Village. When you spawn, step through the doorway ahead and kill the Bellringer woman across the stone bridge. The ladder leads down to the boss room, but first, return to the bath and take the other doorway. There's another Scourge Beast found here, and 6 blood vials to be picked up from a corpse. Hang left, and step into the dark house. Descend the staircase, killing the huntsman on the way down, and the Scourge Beast at the bottom. This awards you a powerful blood gemstone. Finally, step through the doorway with the reaching statues, which leads to the outside. There are countless cramped caskets that prowl the area, which are extremely difficult enemies that attack in a way that's difficult to predict. They're fast, appear in groups, and even have a ranged spear throwing attack. The caskets are better off avoided, but to reach the rune on the far side of the road, you'll have to come in contact with them. If you'd rather not attempt to fight these dangerous foes, pop a blue elixir and run across the street, a little to the right. Step around the burning body and pick up the upgraded version of Arcane Lake. There's no guarantee that the blue elixir will keep the caskets off of you, but if they happen to be far enough away when you make your dash, you have the possibility of making it through unnoticed. Now only the boss of this dreadful place remains. So head back up the stairs of the darkened house, past the bath from earlier, and down the ladder where the bellringer woman was found. Drop off the roof and follow the street through the archway to trigger the fight with the one Reborn. In a scenario reminiscent of the Tower Knight from Demon Souls, the first thing to accomplish is to kill the 6 bell ringers on the upper floors. To do this, run past the boss and climb the spiral stairs in either the left or right back corner of the arena. On the balcony, you'll be able to kill the bell ringers individually, 3 on each side. While alive, the women buff the one Reborn and fire magic projectiles at your character, so killing them is the main priority for the first part of this fight. Once that's taken care of, there are a few methods for dealing damage to the boss. Using firearms like the Evelyn or Ludwig's rifle can be effective from the upper floor, provided you target the quote-unquote head of the creature. Dropping attacks from the railing above can also be effective if you land squarely on the boss. If you prefer to attack from the ground, there are 2 distinct strategies available. The first is a simple hit-and-run style that involves getting in close for a few hits, then dodging back out to avoid the boss's AoEs, melee attacks, and other high-damaging moves. The final strategy is the one I employ in this video, which is done by systematically orbiting the boss and attacking each of the one Reborn's 4 massive limbs. Each leg has a sort of breaking point, and after enough damage is inflicted between all of them, the creature collapses onto the ground. This is when you should target the body that makes up the head of the creature, and inflict as much damage as possible. When the boss recovers, rinse and repeat the strat, attacking the 4 limbs once again. This is a somewhat dangerous approach since you stay within attack range of the creature for the entirety of the fight. So this method is more appropriate for a build with a decent vitality level. You also need to be prepared to dodge body parts that the one Reborn summons above your character's head, which inflict massive damage if they fall on you. There's also a vomiting attack which coats the boss room in acid. The only way to escape this is to sprint into the stairwells from earlier to find some high ground. The one Reborn is strong against physical and arcane, but somewhat weaker against fire and bolt damage, so if you have any paper, it can be put to good use in this fight. It always seems to take more than one try to defeat, probably because of the sheer amount of damage its attacks inflict. Find the strategy that works for you, and don't stop until you're victorious.